Hi, welcome. Thanks for joining us on our continuing journey of theatrical exploration that we call the 3x3 Online Theater Challenge. I'm Bethany Stillion of Rough Magic Shakespeare Company, and our tech wizard making the magic happen is the magical Mike Palau. To explain for a moment what it is we're doing here, our purpose is threefold. One is to allow theater artists and playwrights, directors, actors to keep their skills sharp and their creative juices flowing, and to continue doing the live theater performances that are their life's blood during this unprecedented time in a world where live in-person theater is up in the air. And three, to give you, the theater lovers, the new live explorations of the theater, the human experience that have been the foundation of human civilization as long as there have been humans. That's right, I said it. Save live theater, save the world. Now, you can get involved. You can follow us on Facebook at Rough Magic Shakespeare Company to submit prompts, make requests, and be the first to know about upcoming events. If you're an actor, a director, or playwright and you'd like to get involved in that way, message us for more information. Check out our new YouTube channel. It's not brand new anymore, but it's still spinning up. And please subscribe for exclusive content that you won't find anywhere else. And a simple click there can help us so much in our quest for sponsors. And of course, to support our theater artists in these challenging times and bring more live theater events like this to life, you can consider donating, please, at paypal.me/roughmagicshakes. That's paypal.me/roughmagicshakes. And tonight we have kind of a special situation and a special appeal in terms of donations. So one of our marvelous 3x3ers who's contributed so much to this company and theater in Daytona on a regular basis, has fallen on some rather difficult times and lost his automobile, so that he's having trouble making it to work and visiting his kid, and his life is rather difficult. And just, by the way, his birthday is tomorrow. So we're sharing with a special appeal for our beloved Pajama Jordan McBride, who was the inspiration for our first playwright free-for-all, Pajama Rama. And so if you would like to make a donation to paypal.me/roughmagicshakes, and just in the notes put Pajama Jordan, we'll see that he gets that, and hopefully it will help in some way to defray his expenses and help him get things back on track. So that's paypal.me/roughmagicshakes, and just in the notes section put for the Pajama Jordan fund, or just put Jordan, and we'll make sure that that gets to him. Thank you. We love you, Jordan. All right, tonight's event, 3x3 Light. At this time of year, when, for those of us in the Northern Hemisphere, the days are shorter and often grayer, and the nights somehow seem longer and kind of darker, we wanted to bring you maybe a little extra light. So we challenged our playwrights to create works exploring light in some way. Maybe light versus dark, but also light versus heavy, or lightening someone's load, or making light of something. So light, as the playwright chose to leap into it. Tonight is our first ever all challenge event. So every single work you're about to see was written in response to one of 3 sets of 3 prompts provided by our fans and sent to all of our playwrights to see what varied notions would come to light. So our first set of 3 prompts were sent out and responded to, and the scripts were written in response to these 3 things. Prompt set 1, place, a gift wrapping station. Prop, an oddly shaped package. Character trait, detail oriented. Interestingly, our top 3 scripts for this set of prompts turned out to light our way on a time travel tour of gift giving. First up, A Gift Under Wraps by Jeff Dunn, directed by 3x3 super friend Bo Wade with Brent Jordan and Carrie Mae Holloman. Jeff Dunn began writing plays in 2017 and has since created over 100 scripts for stage, screen, and radio. He's been a little busy. His works have won dozens of awards and festivals and been produced across the US, Canada, and the UK. Brent Jordan is a prolific actor in the greater Daytona area and an audience favorite in our 3x3 series. His immense range from Shakespearean tragedy to bizarre physical comedy always makes him a must-see part of the company. Carrie Mae Holloman joins us for her first 3x3 outing, fresh off the city repertory boards where she rocked the tent in Little Shop of Horrors. She lives in DeLand, Florida with her husband and 4 children, making this past year of virtual learning quite an adventure for her. And now, let's have a peek at classic gift giving, or should I say classics gift giving. Here's A Gift Under Wraps.
Excuse me.
Take a number.
But I'm the only one here. Nine?
Serving 6. 6. Serving number 6. Now 7. Serving 7.
Can't we just...
7. Last call for 7.
Do you know who I am?
I know you're not number 7.
I'm Prometheus.
8. Serving number 8.
I'm sorry, I'm just in a bit of a hurry here. If we can...
8. Last call for 8.
Thank you. So, I just got this.
It's already wrapped.
I know that. I tried wrapping it myself, but...
We wrap presents here, we don't unwrap them.
I know that. I'm aware of what you do here. It's just
Then
that...
you know that we wrap presents here. We don't unwrap them.
Can I just finish, please? Thank you. I know you wrap presents. I get that, truly. It's just that I was trying to wrap this present.
Well, you did a really awful job of it. I swear men are so helpless when it comes to, basically anything.
Yes! I agree. Yes, I agree with you. Clearly, this is not my forte, which is why I was wondering if you could, patch it up a bit.
Did you purchase it in the Agora? This is a simple yes or no question.
I acquired it nearby.
Nearby.
Uh-huh. On Olympus.
Olympus? Like Mount Olympus?
Maybe.
Well, you really did a terrible job of rapping here. Did I mention that? What is it anyway?
I'd rather not say.
Listen, Mr. Prometheus.
Prometheus, please.
Listen, Mr. Prometheus. This is all very irregular. We're only supposed to wrap presents that were purchased in the Agora. Who is it for, anyway? Lady friend?
Oh no. It's actually for everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, like all the mortals. Like, not the gods. They already got one.
This whole thing is starting to feel a little fishy to me. I'm not sure if I feel comfortable with this. I don't know.
You know what? I get it. I understand. But come on. Can't you make an exception just this once? This is a really good gift. I mean, something that people will use for years to come. I just want it to be nice, you know? For that big moment.
We aren't permitted to wrap anything dangerous. Does it have sharp edges?
No. No, not really.
Well, seeing as how we're not really busy right now, I suppose I can help you. I will expect you to make a donation.
Oh, yes, yes. Fine. That's fine.
All right. Well, I'll just unwrap it first.
Actually, I'd rather you just, tidy it up a bit without unwrapping it, if that's okay.
Listen, Prometheus, if you're trying to cause trouble.
No, of course not. Not much. I mean, not at all. Not at all. I just think it would be better if we kept this under wraps for now. Get it? Under wraps? Yeah? Yeah? No? No. Not funny. Okay, sorry.
Is it dangerous?
Depends on what you do with it.
Excuse me?
But then again, can't everything be dangerous? I mean, a stick could poke an eye out, right?
Or a liver?
That's a disturbingly odd and unexpected observation.
My mother said that I have a touch of a prophetic about me. Oh, here comes Zeus. What luck. He always leaves me a bit of drachma this time of year.
Oh, I just remembered. I have a thing. I gotta go.
10. Serving number 10.
And that was a gift under wraps with Brent Jordan and Carrie Mae Holloman. Next, Rex McGregor brings us forward in time a few millennia to the modern classic days of soda fountains, floating crap games, and gangsters of a very different stripe in Sweetness and Light, directed by Betty Mitchell with Andy Fleming. Rex McGregor is a New Zealand playwright and a great repeat favorite of our Rough Magic Shakespeare Company directors. His delightfully varied works have been produced on 4 continents, from New York and London to Sydney and Chennai. Andy Fleming is an Atlanta-based actor. His first outing with us was another McGregor challenge piece, and we're delighted to bring these guys together again for another. In good 3x3 fashion, the director for that previous piece rounds off the repeat trio: Betty Mitchell, Atlanta-based theater maker and series cornerstone. Now, some gifts are a pain to wrap. Some you just can't refuse. Here's Sweetness and Light.
I know. I know this is a most unusual request and more than somewhat on the gruesome side. Your squeamishness is perfectly understandable, miss. You look like a real high-toned dame, real classy, with a refined sensibility that reflects well on your character and your upbringing. Your parents must be very proud. This fine establishment has a reputation for providing the finest gift wrapping service in all of New York City. Everyone says, go to Macy's. They're experts. They can wrap anything. My item is a particularly awkward shape. Consider it a professional challenge. You obviously still have some reservations, which I totally understand. But it's not my opinion that a guy should ever impose on a doll, but allow me, if I may, to convey the gravity of my situation. You see, this morning I embarked on a new line of work amongst a less than respectable segment of society. I freely admit it. Gladly, gladly. My first task is to prepare this item for presentation to a business associate of my boss's boss. I wish to make a good impression, not only to keep my job, but to avoid the consequences of failure. Brutality is a fact of life in the mob. My boss is known to one and all as a heavy. He would not merely come down upon me like a ton of bricks. No, he would stick my feet in cement and drop me into the East River. Oh, dearie me, I hope you will not think I'm subjecting you to undue pressure. I assure you, I am the very opposite of a heavy. A light, if you will. People constantly remark on my pleasant nature. All sweetness and light, sweetness and light. I am fond of animals, especially horses. Why, if I had a modicum of luck, I would spend every day at the track. But alas, nature obliges me to eat if I want to continue to live, which is not necessarily a sure thing. To put it bluntly, miss, my very survival depends on you wrapping this gift. I know. The neck, it's messy. I cleaned up the blood the best that I could, but besides, you're well equipped with a pair of gloves and an apron. Surely you can cope with a minimal amount of splatter, huh? There you go. I am truly, truly grateful. Oh, mind the ears. Best not to fold them down. He always kept them pricked up when he was alive. You know, Khartoum was the most alert racehorse I ever saw.
Oh, and that was Sweetness and Light with Andy Fleming. Our last riff on prompt set 1 is All Kinds of Weird by A.K. Abail. A.K. was one of the first playwrights ever to write a piece specifically for Rough Magic Shakespeare Company, and she continues to rise to our challenges with, well, all kinds of weird. So tonight, Betty Mitchell directs 3x3 newcomer Linda Marie Johnson in this particular flight of odd. Linda Marie Johnson is making her Rough Magic Shakespeare debut tonight. She's an actor and vocalist in Atlanta and has performed most recently with Live Arts Theater and Gwinnett Classic Theater. She's also a member of the Merely Writers Actor Ensemble. Now, our time travel tour of the world of gifts brings us up to date with all kinds of weird.
Oh, I've wrapped all kinds of weird. I did all the wrapping for my family early on. My brothers used to give me gifts for me, still in the bag. They'd say, just wrap it over the bag, and I did. I once wrapped a present for a friend. It was an ostrich marionette puppet with this complicated wooden thing up top and strings going down to the legs, the wings, the long wiggling neck and head. It had to hang from the ring on the top of the wooden control thing all the time, or it would get catastrophically tangled. And I mean all the time, like before, during, and after it was wrapped. Yeah, that was my first great challenge. And I aced it. I knew right there I could wrap anything I put my mind to. I do have my limits though. I don't wrap animals. Like some dorks bring a puppy in. Just put him in a box, leave some holes where they won't show. Nope. That's freaking cruel. It's not a toy, it's a living thing. You're entering into a relationship, not giving a gift. Perspective check. And of course, no flammables, toxics, explosives. That's store policy, same as a post office, you know that drill. So dang, this lady comes in. At least I think it was a lady. Actually, anyway. She comes up and I'm finishing up a wrap, so I'm in auto-greet mode. Welcome to the wrap station. Who are we wrapping for? Because that determines genre of paper. Kids, elderly, romantic partner, etc., etc. And she's like, the whole world. And I'm like, one present for the whole world? And she's plopping the gift on the counter, and it's a baby. A baby. No, not like a statue or a figurine or a freaking live Wrigley baby. Super cute, but a baby. I'm like, I don't think. And she's like, oh, he will love it. Just put him in a box. And I'm like, what? And leave some holes where they won't show? She nods with this look on her face. OMG. I like literally put my foot down. I never knew that was a real thing. But it's not just an idiom. Like my foot thump, I planted it. And I said, lady, I don't wrap living things. Even for a generous tip? I couldn't believe it. I shook my head. I just couldn't find any words. $100, 1,000, and she's pulling cash out of her wallet, and it's real. And I'm like, how about? And she says, and I say, stop. I lean into her, and I say, look, into my eyes. I don't wrap living things. Then she smiled. And it like lit up the whole room, like literally. She goes, good choice. Then she was gone. She didn't take the baby, but he wasn't there either. Not exactly. I don't know, but yeah, that was the strangest thing I have ever been asked to wrap.
And that was all kinds of weird by A.K. Bale with Linda Marie Johnson. Our next set of prompts took our playwrights in quite different directions. Prompt set 2 was place a disused room. Prop, a handwritten poem. Line, it doesn't sound like that will ever be on my travel list. First off, 3x3 first-timer Tasman Jahan brings us The Way She Was, directed by Bo Wade with Samantha Sultan. Tasman Jahan is a British Asian playwright based in the UK. She writes in many genres, and her works have been performed both at home and overseas. Samantha Sultan joins us for her second 3x3 appearance, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. She is an up-and-coming Palm Coast actress, and we are excited to have her with us again and watch her grow. Here, a young woman discovers how those who go before us can light our way in The Way She Was.
You're right. After I plucked up the courage to visit my grandmother's place again, I did. I felt this lightening of a massive burden. After 8 months, we were so close. We met up every weekend and caught up with each other's daily lives. She always baked my favorite blueberry muffins or double chocolate brownies. We would talk for hours and hours. She brought out the best in me. Then, out of the blue, a stranger's voice on my cell phone. Do you know someone called Anna Chatterjee? She collapsed in the street. He had just called an ambulance. I was in shock. I rushed to the hospital, but when I got there, she was already gone. My whole world fell apart. I couldn't. I just wanted to remember her the way she was. But then things had to be finalized. When I entered her house, I felt cold, so dusty, so empty. But I had to be strong. I thought I had to be something. There was her tired old bureau, paperwork, old books, and there was a small stained piece of paper that was peering out of a velvety diary. I pulled it out. It was a poem. She had beautiful handwriting. It was called Survival. And it was about her birthplace, East Pakistan, now Bangladesh, and the struggles she had endured. And with all the stories she told me about her birthplace and all the countries and like the war, it didn't sound like that would ever be on my travel list, but you can tell she really missed her birthplace. But now her home was here with us. On leaving the house, I took that poem with me. I felt the closeness we had. And I always told myself I could never write poetry, even if my life depended on it, but I've changed my mind. I'm gonna call my first poem Survival 2.
And that was The Way She Was with Samantha Sultan. Our next prompt sent to offering comes from Amber Cushing, one of the few, the proud, the 3x3 triple threats who have graced our series as playwright, director, and actor. Her latest offering about the light that shines in families is Nothing Upstairs with Tabitha Ojibwe, Ryan Mobley, and Jan Maycock. When the pandemic hit and theater shut down, Tabitha was very sad that her favorite creative outlet was put to an end. Thankfully, she says, she found this wild, wacky, and amazing online experience through Rough Magic Shakespeare Company and is grateful for the opportunity to be a part of it. Don't just reach for the stars, she says, become one. Ryan Mobley is a Georgia native and an upcoming actress and model. You can check out her latest work with Aunt Jackie's Hair Care. She is a student of Victor Love at Evolve Atlanta Acting Studio and very excited to make her 3x3 debut, and we are excited to have her with us. Jan Maycock is another of Victor's great students, and tonight she earns her official 3x3er status by zooming in for her third performance with us from Minnesota. Now, two sisters struggle to connect with their mother when there's nothing upstairs.
Okay, I'm here. What am I looking for?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I guess we'll know it when we see it.
I can barely see anything. It's so dark up here.
I'll get her on the phone.
Oh, no. There's too much to sort through.
It's 35 years worth of memories. What else do you expect from the old attic?
How about this?
How's that gonna help?
Maybe she'll remember wearing it to some fancy party or something.
It's a doily for a table?
I thought it was one of those things they used to wear on their heads back in the day.
Oh, here she is.
Mia? Charlotte?
We're here, Mom.
Where are you? What are you doing?
Well, we were just looking for...
Mia's up in your attic, Mom. Just looking at old memories.
I see.
What is that?
Oh, an Aboriginal carving from when your father and I went to Australia on our honeymoon. We took this boat out of Port Douglas.
And you got to dive on the Great Barrier Reef. I know, Mom. You've told us
Mom.
1,000 times.
It's fine, Mom. It's a lovely story. I love to visit Australia.
It's so exotic, and the wildlife is amazing. They're like birds as big as your car, bats everywhere, and these huge snakes. It's like,
That, it doesn't sound like that would ever be on my travel list.
It sounds really interesting. Tell us again about that gator strolling around outside the hotel.
gator? I don't remember a gator.
When the street flooded after the rain, you said the alligators came close to the hotel doors? It's okay if you can't remember. It was a long time ago.
What is this?
Some old letters? Love letters, maybe? From a secret
I don't
America?
know.
They're handwritten, and they're addressed to you, Mom.
Oh, that was long ago. We wrote everything by hand back then.
This one's a poem.
Oh, read it, read it, read it.
You light up my life like the radiant sun. When I'm with you, I'm sure you're the one. You make my knees weak. You make my steps fumble. You make me feel special and you make me feel humble. Words written down can't express the full feeling of how my heart races and my head is reeling. They say falling in love is scary and fast, but I feel I have loved you since some life that's past. No little poem could ever sing your full praise. I long to be with you for the rest of my days.
How sweet and romantic.
Kinda cliche and poorly written, if you ask me.
That definitely sounds like it was from Dad.
It's signed William.
Who's William?
I don't know.
Maybe a high school sweetheart?
No, no.
Maybe it was someone you met when you were in Chicago.
I don't remember.
It's okay. That's okay. It's okay, Mom.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Just wait.
Don't worry. We'll keep trying.
And that was Nothing Upstairs with Tabitha Ojibwe, Ryan Mobley, and Jan Maycock. Our third selection for prompt set 2 is The Handwritten Poem by Rafael Duarte Oliveira Venancio. Apologies if I didn't say it correctly, in collaboration with an anonymous Rough Magic Shakespeare Company playwright, with Joe Lovici, and I had the pleasure of working with the script and with Joe. Venancio is a Brazilian writer, playwright, university professor, journalist, cartoonist, and filmmaker. He's a busy guy. His plays have been produced in 3 countries and 3 languages, making him an automatic 3x3 Triple Crown winner. Joe Lovici is a Daytona area actor and stand-up comedian. He earns his official 3x3er badge tonight with his 3rd appearance with us, and wants us to know that he wrote a Zorro story for an official anthology. Here, one man's trash yields an illuminating treasure in The Handwritten Poem.
Okay. I think we're ready. Got everything set up. I got my refuse, my kindling, my trash. I got my over here. I got my resale pile over here. Wow. What a mess. I guess I should have thought about that before I bought this place. When was the last time a human being was even in here? Oh well, I don't have time to second guess. Let's get her done. All right, where to start? I don't even know what this stuff is. What is this? All right, this is stuff. Okay, look, recycling. Yeah, that's recycling. Oh yeah, I can sell that. Yeah, that's netting. Yeah, somebody's gonna want that. It's filthy. Oh God, is this even paper? Ugh. Hemp. Ugh. Winter memories. Within the circle of this plodding life, there enter moments of an azure hue, untarnished, fair as is the violet, or an anemone, when the spring slews them, which makes the best philosophy untrue, that aims but to console man for his grievances. I've remembered when the winter came high in the chamber in the frosty nights, when in the still light of the cheerful moon, on everything, on every twig and rail jutting sprout, the icy spears were adding to their length against the arrows of the coming sun. Ugh. Imagine a winter like that. Snow, ice, muck, no sun. It doesn't sound like we'll ever be on my travel list. Or see furrows shine, but later upturn, and where the field force followed in the rear, when all the fields around lay behind and or behind a thick integument of snow. Who wrote this? Crazy handwriting, it's hard to read. Henry David Thoreau. Henry David Thoreau. Great. When someone uses three names, you just know they're a serial killer. Yeah, he assassinated a president or something. Yeah. Henry David Thoreau. Yeah, sounds familiar. Definitely a killer. So by God's cheap economy, make rich. Oh, well, you know, I don't know what the economy was like when you wrote this, buddy, but it ain't so cheap now. I mean, it's old. Maybe I can get something for it. I don't know. The Antiques Roadshow, it's all fixed. He can't be a serial killer. I recognize his name. I've seen every episode of Criminal Minds. He's just some putz trying to sound highfalutin. Okay, kindling it is. Bye. Oh, now, I know I can get a couple of dollars for this.
And that was the handwritten poem with Joe Levici. Our last set of prompts explores the ultimate holiday destination, Santa's workshop. Place, Santa's workshop. Prop, a toy in the midst of being built. Line, they'll never see it coming. Starting us off is Humbug Bear by Jameson A. Horton, directed by Marissa Glidden with Rich Lacey and Stephanie Siegel. Jameson Horton is a full-time public access television employee who dabbles in theater, most prominently in the Massachusetts-based troops of New Classics Company and Improv Cape Cod. Rich Lacey joins us for his second 3x3 outing. A native of Hampton, Virginia, he is zooming in from Florida now. He says 2020 has taught him that his to-do list grows by 2 items every time he checks off one. I know the feeling. Stephanie Siegel lives in Ormond Beach. She has been working on her on-camera skills with Dark Side Theater and is delighted to begin working in live theater again. She rather flatteringly tells us she has seen the wonderful productions put together by this theater company, meaning us, and can't wait to be a part of this short and quirky performance. Well, the wait is over, as one elf gets new marching orders from the big guy in Humbug Bear.
Ho, 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 and welcome to Santa's workshop.
Excuse me, pardon me?
Quiet, you! Sorry for the rudeness. Where was I? Oh, yes. Santa's workshop. As you might have guessed, I'm not actually jolly old Saint Nick. Instead, I'm, in reality, Krampus, the Christmas demon. What? You've never heard of Krampus? Well, not that hurts. I mean, that really does. I guess they don't tell the whole story in America now, do they? Well, allow me to educate you. Krampus is, well, me. And there's only one. Think of me as a counterbalance to Santa. Every year he rewards good behavior. I punish bad behavior. I could pretend that I don't enjoy my responsibilities, but I'm not that good of an actor. But yeah, well, Santa's all about rewarding kindness with positive reinforcement. I'm all about hitting people. Oh, that was fun. Yeah, let's see, where was I? Oh, yes, me. I'm a bit of a demon, goat, goblin, bugbear sort of thing. Hard to define, really. But let's see. What was the exact wording? Oh, yes. Divinely appointed punisher of malevolent and antisocial children.
You couldn't remember that?
Children and elves, it should read. Yeah, so that's my deal. But here's my current vexation. There's fewer and fewer kids on the naughty list than ever before. And I gotta protect my job, right? So I had this brilliant idea. Take over Santa's workshop, have the elves, force the elves to create an ultimate gift that would suit my purposes. A toy that would inspire naughty behavior. That way there'll be more kids on my list than on Santa's. Oh, what is it, you may ask? Well, allow me to explain. It's one of those little devices that parents use, but cheaper, full of free games. It's guaranteed to be a constant distraction and encourage laziness, decrease productivity, and provide an unhealthy alternative to exercise, and inspire antisocial behavior, such as bullying. Become a financial drain on the parents' wallet with all those free games that in fact require expensive downloads. It's a brilliant idea if I do say so myself. How's it coming, Elf?
I have a name. It's Thimbleberry. And I just...
I care what your name is. Look at me. I'm a demon.
Of course, sir. And yes, your device is finished. Well, we'll have millions ready for the holiday season. Do it for global release.
Excellent, excellent.
It truly is a horrible device, sir. Mr. Claus will never approve of something like this.
That's why he's tied up in the closet now, isn't he?
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
give it here. Let me inspect your handiwork.
Yes, sir.
It's so harmless looking. They'll never see it coming. Oh, my brilliant plan. Oh, what a joy it'll be to introduce to children worldwide. I am such a genius. Oh. Oh, I know exactly what I'll call it. The smartphone. Oh, it is so nice. Oh, wow. And it's got a built-in
And now that's Humbug Bear with Ridge Lacey and Stephanie Siegel. Oh, our next visit to Santa's workshop is Box a Lot of Stuff by Bo Wade, directed by the miraculous Marissa Glidden with Alma Rugg. Bo is our first ever 3x3 triple threat, and he repeats that feat tonight once more as playwright, director, and actor, all in the same event. A true theatrical superhero, he is a foundational pillar of this series, and no mistake. Marissa Glidden is the other half of this dynamic duo of theatrical super friends. On a personal note, I have taken such joy in seeing her grow as a director through this series. She is just growing by leaps and bounds, just blossoming wildly, and it is beautiful to behold. Alma Rugg is a visual artist and total camping junkie, she tells us, total nature girl, in addition to her theatrical pursuits. Here, she explores the outer, or is it inner, limits of the brilliance of creative elfativity in Box a Lot of Stuff.
A little bit of this, and then we do that. Here we go, here we go. Looks good. Looking good. Very good. Good. But it could be gooder. Ugh, why do I always do this? Oh, hi. Just working on some last minute projects before the shipment tomorrow. I've got this new thing I've been working on, trying to perfect, you know, like you say, good is good, but it could be. Ugh, why am I telling you this? You know what you say. You know what you say. So I'm not really sure what to call it yet, but it's got all these things here it can do. Yeah, all that. It can do all that. You know, I was thinking I could name it Box of Things, or Box a Lot of Stuff, or What a Box. You know, those are all just first drafts. Doesn't really matter what did I say. Why do I say these things? Doesn't matter. You could pick something else if it sounds gooder. Well, it's supposed to make you, it's supposed to make you, I guess I hadn't thought about it before. It's supposed to make you feel happier. Yeah, it's supposed to take away your stress. Yeah, something like that. It's supposed to brighten your day, lighten your mood. It doesn't do any of that, does it? Oh, okay, yeah, I get what you mean. Maybe it's not about what I think it does or doesn't do. Maybe it's not about anything. Maybe we sometimes do stuff and make stuff just because we can. And when other people find stuff, it can do stuff for them, stuff you didn't even know or think about. And sometimes good is just good. It could be gooder, but maybe it couldn't, or maybe it doesn't do any of that. Maybe it's not a box. Oh, yes, lots of stuff, lots of things. And here we go. Yes. Ha! They'll never see it coming.
And that was Box a Lot of Stuff with Alma Rugg. Oh, and that was Box a Lot of Stuff with Alma Rugg. And I don't know where I went for a minute. Oh, wait. Okay, flying in for our finale tonight is Grounding Santa by the redoubtable Rex McGregor, directed by Bo Wade, with this random guy, Bo Wade, and Elaine Bowden. Elaine joins us from Florida, where she teaches deaf children, and in her spare time has rocked some of our oddest 3x3 juxtapositionary pieces. I think I just made that word up. Here she goes again. Just as Santa prepares to light out on Christmas Eve, a visitor appears on a fateful mission. It's grounding Santa.
Elves, harness the reindeer, load up the sleigh. It's Christmas Eve now, time to be on my way. My public has had such a horrible year. It's up to me to fill them with joy and good cheer. I'll end all their squabbling and heal all their rifts. It's hard to be hostile when showered with gifts. Quick, load up that last present. To the sky. Mush, reindeer team, let's hit the road. Or the sky. Yeah.
Stop! You're not going anywhere.
Who are you?
Screwjet, from the Department of Magical Law Enforcement.
You're new, aren't you?
That's irrelevant.
Inexperienced and touchy about it.
Please confirm. Are you the wizard Santa Claus, alias Father Christmas?
Also known as Saint Nick, Kris Kringle, etc.
Multiple identities. Often an indication of malfeasance.
Or popularity. Any other questions, Miss Scrooge?
Yes. I've read your file. Says that you were expelled from Hogwarts for excessive generosity to muggles.
Ah, my finest hour.
Banished to the North Pole.
Oh, well, low temperatures have never troubled me. To paraphrase the Queen of Arendelle, which, by the way, lies in a southerly latitude whose climate is comparatively tropical.
Your sentence condemns you to remain here forever.
Except for one night when I may roam the planet to my heart's content.
What in the blazes was Dumbledore thinking?
He's an old softy. He saw the value in my mission.
But not the danger. Your open display of magic risk exposing the entire wizarding world.
Ah, I'm careful nonsense. I keep my backstory hidden.
Have you looked on the internet lately?
Fan theory, speculation, no proof.
Our mole, J.K. Rowling, has succeeded in creating the illusion that the Potterverse is a fictional series. No one believes we actually exist until they link us with you.
Suppose someone does suspect the truth. Erase their memory with an obliviate.
We already do, but the spell only works individually. We couldn't handle a mass outbreak.
Muggles have celebrated my visits for ages. There's never been any trouble.
So far. But with the rising trend of social media, disaster is only a matter of time.
You're such a pessimist. No.
The ministry agrees with me and my solution. I'm enacting Clause 73. You are in violation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy. So I'm officially shutting down your operation.
Wait, you can't do that.
Watch. Evanesco.
Dasher! Blitzen!
Relax. Vanishing is painless.
You monster! All elves report to the workshop. Wait! Wait!
They'll never see it coming.
Oh, well, those are skilled technicians.
Toy makers. The world could use far less useless products polluting the environment.
We're heavily involved in medical research. Look, we're developing this.
A lightsaber. That's insensitive. How do you think I lost my arm?
No, it's not a weapon. It's a light savior. We studied lizards and how they regenerate their tails, octopuses and how they regrow amputated tentacles. We convert the cellular data into light waves. Well, we haven't tested it on a human limb yet. Haven't had a suitable volunteer.
If that's a surgical instrument, why does it look like a toy?
Well, to make it non-threatening to children. Over 110 million landmines in the world today. Think about the victims.
Well, when you put it that way.
Might I apply the remedy to your stump?
I literally have nothing to lose.
Okay, hold still. Based on mammalian trials, the effect should be immediate.
It's a miracle. No wizarding spell could do this.
Sometimes it takes science and clever elves. Are they safe?
Of course.
And the reindeer? And my sleigh?
Priori incantatem.
Oh, perfect. Now, to resume my disguise, may I complete my mission?
Absolutely, Santa. You do good work.
Come with me. It'll be fun, Scroogette.
I loathe my name.
You know, the online gossip says that there is a Mrs. Claus, but the position is actually vacant.
Slow down, sunshine. But I will join you on your travels tonight.
Oh, wonderful!
Hey! What's happening?
I must need to adjust the dosage. I can fix this.
Later. Let's just go. Many hands makes light work. Yeah.
And that was Grounding Santa with Bo Wade and Elaine Boughton. Thank you so much for joining us on our continuing theatrical odyssey. Let's bring everybody back for a curtain call. Come on out, everybody. If you enjoyed tonight's inspired responses to your provided prompt sets, please earn your 3x3 Lightbringer status by doing 3 things. 1, follow us on Facebook at Rough Magic Shakespeare Company to be the first to hear about new events and participate in choosing works or submit your own prompts to dare our playwrights to rise to our challenge. 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can relive and share all our past and present peregrinations and find content you won't see anywhere else. And 3, to keep this series alive, please donate at paypal.me/roughmagicshakes. Remember, this weekend, you can also make a donation at that same address for Jordan McBride. Just put Jordan or Pajama Jordan in the notes. That's paypal.me/roughmagicshakes. Thank you again for the precious gift of joining us on our adventures. And remember, everybody, save live theater!
Save the world!
Woo! Good night. Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our show for this evening. We hope you have a great holiday, and we look forward to seeing you in 2021. Good night, good luck, much love.
Merry Christmas!